All right, so video number 2. So everybody saw the first video of the 4-wheel drive Camaro. Pretty much, I didn't say anything. I just walked around the car, opened the doors, so kind of everybody could see what we were dealing with. Now, that car originally came with a set of 15 by 10 turbine wheels, and the turbine wheels were very big back in the 70s and 80s. And even the 90s, when they were chopping cars up and, you know, sectioning them and putting them back together and all that stuff. So the Camaro was built in between 92 and 93 by 2 guys in Long Island, New York. Now, they were up in Belmore, and a gentleman named Tommy owned a Texaco station right there on Newbridge Road and North Jerusalem Road. I don't know if everybody remembers it or not, but him and a guy named Harry, they worked together, and they told me that pretty much they just kind of was sitting around and thinking about what to do with these cars that they got. You know, they had a crushed Camaro with the right front hit, and they had a rotted out K5 Blazer, 4-wheel drive. So I guess both of them decided they wanted to see what they could build out of it, and this Camaro is what came about that special day when they kind of came together and started building it. There's a lot of stuff that's going to come in the next couple of videos. A lot of behind the scenes pictures are coming. I'm waiting for Tommy to send me some of those. He said when he has a chance, he's got a whole album he wants to get to me. I believe he's gonna make me a copy, so I appreciate that. I told him whatever it costs, I'll take care of it. So pretty much what we know of that car is it was around Long Island for years. My dad probably bought it in the 90s, between like 96, 97, maybe, because I was in junior high school and I had just graduated, so we've had that car for a while, so, you know, it was in my life, and it had a really big kind of like impact on me as a child. And so when my dad had it, you know, I really enjoyed my moments in the car and driving with him. And I actually got to drive it a few times. Even being young, I had the opportunity to drive the car, and, you know, it really left an impression on me. So when my dad did sell it, you know, I felt like a part of me was lost, gone. You know, I don't know why. And for 30 years, about 24 to 30 years, I was searching for this car, and just so happens that I was able to reacquire it after that time. So pretty much, I've got some wheels here, and I'm gonna go through them now, and I want everybody to see what we just got. So, I was speaking to Harry, the guy who helped build the car, and we were talking about the original wheels that were on the car. But when my dad sold the car, he sold it to a guy out in Long Island, and the guy painted it yellow, and he put these big, giant 38-inch tires on it, and pretty much turned it into a spectacle. The car was big and yellow, with big stupid tires on it, and honestly, to me, I feel like they wrecked the car. Like it was wrecked. What would possess you to turn that thing yellow and put these big stupid tires on it where you can't even drive the car? It's terrible the way the car drove with those wheels on it. So Harry and I were talking, and he asked me, you know, if these wheels would fit, and I was like, oh my God, you know, they're pretty close. They were almost on the money. I gotta say, they're a little different, but they're very, very close. They're almost identical to what they had, except for the lip. The way these guys packed this was awesome. These came from Michigan, I believe. Right? Let me see. Where did these come from? Rockford, Illinois, these wheels came from. The guy I spoke to that owned them, he said they were his grandfather's, and they were sitting on a shelf for years. And his grandfather, I guess, must have passed away. So they were going through his estate, and these wheels were on the list for sale. So, now here's the issue. Here's where it comes together. So pretty much what you're looking at now is a set of wheels from the 70s that were very well taken care of, I believe. And that they're exactly what I expect them to be, and they're not some sort of different wheel. Somebody decided to send me into the wheels that I'm supposed to get. That'd be scary. It's so nerve-wracking right now because I can't get these open fast enough. Crazy. I guess you gotta pack it good if you're gonna ship it through UPS, right? Should can arrive somewhat good quality. 50 seconds you ship them. Alright. Here we go. Wow, these guys ship this thing real good. And a lot of people are going to see this video, and I'm still learning. I've never done YouTube channels before, or any sort of YouTube videos. And I'm sure they'll get better as I go, and as the car starts to, progress. Yep, they're exactly what I'm, I think. As long as they're as big as I expect them to be. You guys ready to see this? Here you go. The original turbine wheels. The only thing that might be a little different on these wheels compared to the wheels that were on the car when it was built is this lip. Now, on the other wheels, the lip was a lot more, I guess, outward, you could say. So you really had like a fingertip worth of lip instead of it being a complete finger. But they're the closest I could find. And literally the guy who built the car with Tommy, the guy Harry, who built the car with Tommy, was on eBay looking for these wheels. And he's like, here you go. And I'm like, holy shit, this is them. So this is number one. Let's see. Okay. Number one. Let's get number two. So pretty much, the story for the car goes like this. My dad bought it, drove it for years, got to a point where the car needed a lot of work, and unfortunately, he didn't have the time, I guess, or the money to get it back to where it needed to be. Now, when my dad bought the car, the thing was perfect. I mean, the previous owner, Tommy, was driving it every day, and it was his everyday vehicle. And if something came of issue with it, all it was a Camaro and a Blazer. So it wasn't really a big deal. But my dad, I guess, didn't have the time to fix it, or didn't want to fix it, or didn't have the money to fix it, like I said. whatever it might be, and he got rid of it. Now the car needed calipers, it needed brakes, I guess rotors, whatever. It needed the steering box re-welded because the bracket was cracked where it was mounted, and it had an electrical issue with the starter and the battery where it fried some wires, so the car was inop, it didn't run. So, you know, it sat in his backyard, and I was turning 16, and I said to my dad, I was like, Dad, can I have the car? Since it's not running, you know, I'll fix it. I'll do whatever it takes to get the car back up to running condition. Can I have it? So he says, yeah, you know, and think about this, you know, I'm a 16-year-old kid, you know, I was going to school, you know, I was going to school to become a mechanic. So ultimately, I could have brought it to school with me and fixed it there. But I guess my mom, as we lived in Long Island, Massapequa, she didn't want me to have the car. She called it an eyesore, and she said that it wouldn't go with the neighborhood, and that everybody would complain. And that was the story I got my whole life as to why that car never came with me, why I never got the car, why my dad sold it. All came down to my mom saying, no, you can't have it. So the car got sold, got repainted, got big wheels, drove around Long Island, was going to Bald Hill Car Show, and was going to some events. And then it got sold, and then it got sold again, and then it got sold again. And then officially I was able to get it. So there's been multiple owners now of that car. It was in a music video called Bicycle Seat by Frankie Love and Love and Logic, who are the guys who had the music video. It's called Bicycle Seat. And I mean, it's on YouTube. If you want to see it, I can provide the link below. But yeah, then it was in a Centerfold magazine when it was big yellow with the big dumb wheels on it. And then at that point, a guy in New York City owned it, or Brooklyn, and a guy in PA, I think, and it was in Jersey, and then it was in Maryland, and now it's in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach. All right, number 3. Now, I'm debating whether I send these out for powder coat now, or if I just put them on the tires, drive the car around to the body shops, and find out what to do with it. But all right, so back to the story. So yeah, I lost the car, and I always searched for it. I was always looking for it. I was looking online. I was always on Facebook and Google, just trying to find the car. And I always saw pictures of it, and I knew where it was, kind of. But then, at that point, I had no money to buy it. So even if I did find it, what was I going to do? Try to buy it? So a while went by, 24 years, actually 30 years. And God willing, and I don't know how it worked out, but the car's back in my possession. And it is going to go through a full restoration, top to bottom, in and out. All the body work, all the interior work, and it's going to look exactly like it did when my dad owned it and when it was built. And after speaking with Tommy and Harry, the original builders, they want to come out and see the car. They're very excited. All right, so here are the wheels. Now, if everybody remembers from those pictures, this is what they look like. It's a little bit smaller of a lip. Okay, actually, I have a picture of it right here. So there it was on the beach in Long Island. And then you can see my dad rocking it. See the wheels? They got a little bit more curve. The wheels I got are a little more straight. But it's okay. They're close. This was out in Patchogue, New York. Right off of Sunrise Highway. I think it was Montauk Highway out there. This is when he was four-wheeling it. See if I can clean the picture up. Yep. He was four-wheeling it. There you go. These are pictures nobody's seen. Only me and my dad. And then we come down here. Just climbing. Beautiful car. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. The color that Harry told me was rose, black rose metallic. That's what it was called. So black rose metallic. And yeah, so that's what she'll be repainted. I mean, I'm gonna confirm it with the body shop and see what they say about what they kind of see on the paint color on the car. Let's grab a wheel and go outside. Gonna have to put the camera. Hopefully I don't knock it over. Okay. So there's the Camaro. There's the wheel. All right. What do you think about that?
Chris?
Yeah, babe.
I need some help.
Okay.
Can you help her because I can't keep stopping.
There you go. Let's go get the other one. Put it on the other side. Let's go. This one looks good. I gotta call this guy and let him know that I got the wheels. We're on the phone talking. And he was telling me about his grandfather and all that good stuff. All right, let me swap this camera again. Oh, gotta go back over here. What do you think? I think it looks good. Hey, look how they looked. Think about it. It's exactly how they looked, almost. It doesn't have as much curve. Like here, it doesn't have as much curve as the other ones. It's got a little bit more lip, but it is damn close. What do you guys think? You guys like them? I like them. I think it looks great. And you know what? Even if it's a little different than what my dad had on it and what the builders had on it, just changing it up a little bit makes it my own, you know? Not necessarily going back to exactly the way it was, but just enough to show that you really took the time and effort to find the right particular stuff. Now I have lug nuts and I'm gonna see how they fit. Oh, we gotta go this way, Blackie. I'll find the lug nuts. Where did we put the lug nuts? Oh, we're gonna have to find them, but yeah, we got two more over here, and then we got Brand new set of 35-inch tires, BF Goodrich's, ATs. So those are gonna go on. I think I'm gonna go get them put on right now. See if someone's available, because I don't really need to get those powder coated right now. I'm just gonna leave them. But yeah, so anybody wants to keep an eye on the build, just please like and subscribe. And you know that I'm gonna really put my heart and soul into this rebuild. And the fact that I even have the opportunity to have it back is the most important thing. I feel, you know, you don't have to build it now. It doesn't have to be done tomorrow. You know, enjoy the process. You know, enjoy the process, because these guys took time to build this. About 1 year, I was told, and it was a joke build. Like, it wasn't really meant to be anything other than what it was. You know, it was just two guys, you know, not married at the time, working at a garage, you know, and having cars laying around left and right, and just coming up with an idea, you know, and that's it. So yeah. The car is coming back to life. Now that the wheels and tires are on it, now I can actually drive it around and, you know, get it to the body shops and see what's going on with it. But let's take the cover off. See how she looks. See how she looks with these rims on it. Oh. Oh, ripped. Caught in the door. Yeah, here's the interior. Nobody's really seen it since the last video. There's the frame. Got some holes. And then remember when I said the frame was chopped and sectioned? Check it out. This is where they did it. Right here. And I have pictures of this. Tons of them. And there's my black boy. But yeah, let's take a look. See how she looks now with these wheels. I think it looks great. And they're gold too, so they kind of match the car a little bit. Like right now, it wouldn't be so bad to just run them the way they are until the car goes in for paint, and then have them paint match the car to the rims. So let's take a look. Yep, so this is it. She is going to get her tires put on. Hell yeah, I'm excited. Alright, that's it for the second video. Please stay tuned, like and subscribe. We got this. It's going to be an amazing journey, and I can't wait to start driving the car around. Deserves to be driven. There's no reason to be sitting here like this. So let's go get these wheels and tires put on. Talk to you later, guys. Stay tuned.